Cherry Cola, and I will be doing my part 2 of my girly item that I don't have enough of. Okay, so this is probably not a shock considering how much I love heels. I don't have enough flat shoes. I don't know, I'm just one of those people that I'm not really a kitten heel wearer. I'm more of extreme. Either I'm wearing really flat shoes or really high. Like, there's no medium. But I don't have enough flats, especially because I want to be on campus now, and I'm not going to community college anymore. I'm going to an actual 4-year university. It's a lot more walking to do, so I can't wear my 5-inch heels to a few classes and go home. I'm going to be on campus, so you know this is going to be a lot of walking, and I need a lot more flat shoes, and I've been trying to make myself buy some. So sandals and things like that, but for the winter time I only have one pair of flat boots. My biggest fear is drowning. When I was a little girl, I had an incident where I kind of sort of almost drowned. My cousin, I don't know what she was doing. She was 16 at the time. She was young. Or, no, wait, she was around 14, 16. And I was like 6 or 7. And she told me to stay on the edge of the pool because she went to go talk to some guy or whatever, you know, not paying attention to me. And, you know, of course, me being 6 or 7, you telling me just to stay on the edge of the pool. I mean, am I really going to listen to that? I don't know any better. So I decided to go out into the middle of the pool, and I was fine. But then once I realized that there was nothing up under me, that's when I started panicking. And then once I started panicking, I started to drown. And I'm flailing around. I'm like, oh my God, like I can't swim. What am I going to do? And thank goodness this one lady who happened to be paying attention just came and scooped me up and put me right on the edge of the wall. And she was like, you know, honey, why are you here by yourself? And my cousin got in so much trouble when we got home. One thing I wish I could change about myself is the fact that I'm unorganized. I'm one of those people that I'll take all day to clean my room and everything like that, and you know, I'll get it all done, and by the end of the week it's back to where it was before because I just don't feel like cleaning. Like, and I'm not messy, like disgusting, like I leave food wrappers and nasty stuff like that and trash all over the place. Like, it's not like that. For me, it's more clothes because I don't like folding clothes. It's just one thing that I just don't really enjoy doing. I don't fold clothes. As soon as I get them, I just kind of push them off to the side of my bed and keep, you know, going. So I have a big pile of stuff. So I've gotten better for my schoolwork. I used to be really unorganized with my binders, just shoving papers in places and can't find it. But I've gotten a lot better with that. Things I usually make a statement with are definitely my accessories. I really love big pieces. I love huge, long, dramatic, sparkly earrings. I'm not really into the whole tribal thing like I was saying before. Every once in a while I'll try it if it's something that really stands out to me. But for the most part, I really like rhinestones and sparkle and things that are really just eye-catching. So shoes and jewelry, and sometimes my purse. What I like about him is the fact that he's funny and he's really, really generous. Like, has a big heart, and that's something I really look for in someone. You know, I don't want somebody that's a pushover, but I don't want somebody that's selfish and like that's all they care about is themselves. And like, you know, he has a little sister. She's young. She's like 4. And the way he treats her and cares about her like that's his own daughter is really like a great thing. So I love his big heart. He's, you know, he's very compassionate when it comes to children, and he's very, you know, sweet and generous, and that is something that I definitely do like about him. Haters. I think haters are funny because to me, if I like something that somebody else has and I want to know what they're doing to be that way or get that look or whatever, I'll actually talk to the person and ask them, and I like to learn. So people who, instead of taking what they can from a person and learning from them and just decide to sit there and be jealous or upset, that bothers me. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you could benefit yourself and maybe that person by learning from them, but you choose to sit back and be like, oh, I don't like her because she dresses nice. Like, I've heard that so much. People think that I'm snobby or things like that because, you know, I like to speak properly. I sit up, you know, I talk clearly. I like to dress nice. I like to carry myself like a lady. And a lot of people think that because I'm like that, you know, I'm automatically snobby. I probably think I'm better than everyone else. And I've heard that so much. People say when they finally get to learn about me that I'm nothing like that. So something about haters that really bothers me is the fact that, you know, they don't take the time to really learn where that person is coming from and why they are the way they are, and if they really like what that other person has or the way they carry themselves or the things they do that much that they could learn from it instead of sitting there, you know, being jealous or mad about it. The thing is, you know, you can't let your haters bring you down. If you have a dream about something, then you should just go ahead and do it. Like me being a game designer, a lot of people look at me and think, oh, you should do fashion or you should do modeling because of the way you look, you know, are you sure you can do something like that? You know, you're a girl, you're probably not going to be smart enough, you know, that's a man's world, are you going to be able to handle that? Like, I've heard all of that stuff, and yeah, I still want to do what I want to do, because, you know, I know God's purpose in my life. So, one of my biggest pet peeves is that I am a procrastinator, sometimes, when it comes to certain things. Like, sometimes with my schoolwork, I can be a little bit of a procrastinator. Now, some things I'm kind of good at procrastinating with. I've gotten a lot better, but, you know, I can write a paper. Writing is one of my strong things that I can do. I can write a paper the day before it's due and still get an A on it. Like, that's great. But when it comes to math, like, math is not my strongest subject. I can do it, but it's not my strongest. I've always struggled with math. And sometimes, you know, with math homework and things like that, I procrastinate. Or for me, like, so far, being in college for 1 year, I procrastinated in actually taking a math course because I just don't like better. College has definitely helped train me to just go ahead and get it out the way, because you never know what the other teacher could do. You could have 3 projects, 4 papers, and a test all on the same day. And because you decide to sit there and wait, you fail it off. So, you know, to me, I've just learned just go ahead and get it done as soon as possible. One of my biggest pet peeves is men who are lazy, in the sense that they have a lot of talent, they're very intelligent, but they aren't doing anything. They make a bunch of excuses of, oh, boo-hoo-hoo, stuff isn't working this way, and life is just so bad, and they whine about everything, but they don't put forth the effort to make a change. It drives me crazy. I have so many guy friends who are very intelligent, who are very smart, and they don't want to do anything, you know, or those guys who have a talent, but, you know, they don't want to get a job, they don't want to do nothing, they just do nothing but, you know, they get a girl, some silly little girl that thinks, oh, well, I can change him, he has potential. They mooch off the girl, you know, they live in their apartment, eat up all that food. Once that girl decides to wake up and kicks him out the house, he does a cycle again with another girl, and that's just how he gets around in life. Like, that really bothers me. No drive, no passion, no effort, nothing. They just sit there and complain and whine, and then, you know, mooch off of other people. Like, have some drive. Like, do something with your life. Go to school, get an education. I mean, get a job, do something. I mean, save up money for a car, save up money for an apartment. Make it seem like you actually put an effort in and in investing in yourself, and actually putting an effort into having, you know, your own life, instead of having to always depend on other people to do it for you. The last thing I wore to make people look at me funny was a pair of these bold zebra print harem pants. I wasn't really a harem pants wearer, but I saw these and they were like $15 on Make Me Chic. And I thought they were just so cute. And I wore them to work, and people were just looking at me like, what the heck? Like, why would she wear these? You know, I had a few people that were like, oh, those are really cute. But for the most part, people were just kind of like, what is she doing? And even my own mom was like, I don't really like them, like, you know. But, you know, I enjoy them. And as a matter of fact, I'll show you. So these are the harem pants that I was talking about. They are a very bold zebra print or tiger print, depends on how you look at it. And what I really liked about these is the fact that they aren't an extreme harem pants. The pocket is a little loose, you know, but they're not like the really long, super dramatic, extra saggy kind, slouchy kind. Like, these are a much toned down version as far as the silhouette. But as you can see, this is a bold print. Like, this is thick. Like, this is not some skinny little zebra print that you have to get really close to see that it's zebra print or tiger print. So people looked at me like I was crazy when I wore these. They're dark brown. They have light browns within them. They stretch. They're very nice and comfortable to wear summer, winter, or fall. And when I wore these, people just like giving me these looks like, oh my god, like, what is she doing? Like, and you know, I didn't really care. It didn't bother me any. Like, but you know, that was the last thing that I wore recently that made people really just look at me like I'm crazy. So hey. Biggest pet peeves with weaves and wigs. Well, first of all, I just, you know, I'm not really a weave wearer. Only time I've ever worn weave is drawstring ponytails. So for the most part, my hair has always been mine. I never had a track sewn and glued. So I'm not really knowledgeable about how they put it in. But something that really drives me crazy is the fact that people don't get weave that matches their hair color when they want to do the extensions, I guess you could say. They have their hair on top and the weave on the bottom, and like the hair on top, their own natural hair is a light brown and the weave is like black. Like, that doesn't make any sense, you know. They don't get it at least to be as close as possible to blend it. Or the fact that people have their hair on top and it's sticking out like this, you know, they got their hair sticking out like all over the place, but then the weave is falling all silky and beautiful underneath. Like, it's irritating. Another problem that I have is people for some reason want to get this really black, jet black weave, and it has this weird like synthetic shine to it. Like, I don't like when hair or weave has synthetic shine to it. Like, I should be able to look at your hair and be like, oh my god, that's weave. Like, point blank, that's weave. You know, this whole synthetic shiny thing. And I know people are all into this whole, you know, Nicki Minaj Barbie thing. And, you know, people are literally seriously going out on purpose to look for hair that looks like Barbie doll hair, that looks plastic and that looks fake. It's to me. Like, I don't see why you want to spend your money on something like that. Because when that trend is over and when Nicki Minaj is more of a Nicki Minaj who, like, you know, it's gonna happen. Like, you know, it happens to every artist eventually. People are gonna feel like they wasted their money on these cheap synthetic weaves that did nothing but damage their hair, and I don't think any trend is worth that. Another big pet peeve of mine with weaving hair, wigs and things like that is the fact that people, you know, they spend a lot of money on their weaves and things like that. They spend hundreds of dollars on the Remy and all whatever the technical stuff is, but they don't even take that much time with their own natural hair. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Their weave is pretty, it's silky, it's lovely, it's like, oh, it looks so natural, and oh my god, your hair is just gorgeous. And then they take it out and their hair is damaged and broken and snapping off, and it's just like, you know, take care of what is actually up under that cap. I like fake eyelashes. I think they're beautiful when done right. And my thing with fake eyelashes is people use the black glue. And that if you're not like perfect, like precision, I've been doing eyelashes forever type person, and you know how to get it right on that first time, you're gonna have black glue like just smudged all over your face, and there's nothing cute about that. To do your makeup and then apply fake lashes with glue, black glue, and then have to wash all that off to fix it, like, there's no purpose. So use a clear glue. Make sure your lashes are even. Make sure they're not too long for your eyes. Make sure they're centered. Make sure you blend your lashes with your real lashes with your fake lashes. I haven't worn them before. I tried to wear them for prom. I attempted, but I made the mistake in getting the kind that was self-adhesive, and it didn't work. I did get it right though, and they stayed on perfectly fine. I was doing a fashion show in the 11th grade, I believe. I did a fashion show, and I wore these super long, dramatic black, like, just wow, they were long, they were super fanned out, like theatrical lashes. And of course I never wear them in everyday life, but I put them on right. I had the glue, it was fine, they didn't fall off, they stayed on even with all the spotlights and the hot stuff. It was theatrical makeup, so that was a lot of fun. So yes, I do actually like fake eyelashes, so I think they're beautiful. So this was my second half of the girly tag video. And I hope you enjoyed. I hope I get tagged in more videos because I honestly enjoy doing this type of things for people. to give my viewers something a little different and learn more about me as a person. So it won't just be, okay, so we know you dress nice, but like, who are you as a person? So I really like to give some glimpses into my actual life. My next videos will probably be some new jewelry hauls that I'll be doing. Well, not necessarily jewelry hauls, more like an online shopping hauls and things like that, because I've been doing some online shopping and I've got some really nice items, and I have found the jewelry channel, like, I mean website. I found this is the jewelry website. Their stuff is amazing, costume jewelry. If you like really dramatic, over the top pieces, this is the website. That don't cost an arm and a leg. This is like the website. But I can already show you a little sneak peek that one of the pieces I got was from a website called Shell's Treasures that you probably heard a lot about. And my outfit of the day that I will be doing next with my tribal inspired look. So make sure you stay tuned and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and have a nice day or night wherever in the world that you are. Bye.